Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. So, I'm gonna break this video down in different parts over time, just like I've done with Ignore the Succubus. So, what is an incubus? Incubus is a male sex demon, just as the succubus is a female sex demon. All right. So, for all of the single mothers out there that got boys, don't let your son end up like his father. I'm going to tell you why. Because chances are the man that you had this boy with was more than likely an incubus. So, before I break that part down, all I want to really say is that when boys grow up and they haven't been taught by men how to be real men, they have to deal with all these sexual urges. It's hard for him to control these urges. He ends up having a wet bed. Let's just put it that way, just to not be so graphic. And that's just because he doesn't know how to control his urges. And then this boy grows up and he hears this new idea about no fap, or if you fap, it's a sin. You know, he's hearing all these things, so he's not really knowing how to control the sexual urges. So it's very important that your boy end up around a man that is very much into the know of how he's supposed to be in this society. He's very red-pilled, if you will. So, but yeah, don't let your boy end up like his father. You don't want your boy being influenced by men that are not red-pilled, men that are basically prone to being the incubus, the male sex demon. See, these boys end up growing up still not being able to control their sexual urges. They end up becoming very predatorial with a lot of these females and even real women. They know how to slick talk. They know how to talk a lot of game. They know how to say a lot of things that you want to hear, even break up your happy home. Yes, things are not perfect in life. And that's why you're supposed to hang in there tough with the man that loves you unconditionally. You're supposed to love him the same way back, if you will, unconditionally. But you let this man out of the blue come break up your home, right? You let him break up the home. You let this incubus with this male sex demon inside of him, if you will, come break up your home. He starts talking slick. It says in the word, and I'll break that particular scripture down. I don't have it off the top of my head. I believe it's in Ephesians, but it talks about how you shall walk in the spirit and fulfill not the lust of your flesh. So it is very important as a woman, especially for a woman, to walk in the spirit, to fulfill not the lust of your flesh. Because guess what? The incubus is going to bring out the lust of the flesh. He's going to really bring out your female nature. And you're going to think it's such a high. No man has never made me feel this way before. Yeah, you're demon possessed. Now you're becoming the succubus because the incubus has infected you with his spirit. So now you're raising up a son that's going to have them same traits. The only way you can get them traits out of him for the most part is making sure that boy is around righteous men. That's the only way he's going to be able to control it, maintain it to a certain extent, because he'll have to deal with men that constantly hold him accountable at all costs, at all times. But if you're not liking to have a man accountable in your life, that's not going to help your son. And so this also goes back to another thing, not just making sure that you don't let your son end up like his father. In many ways, you do not want your son to end up like your father. Because, you know, if this doesn't apply to you, don't feel offended. But for those who haven't had the right type of father in their life, sweetie,